And the lead now swells 77-69. George down the lane, hangs and hits. What a play by Paul George.
In this system, with this team, then you're going to go and point fingers at everybody else, and you're going to go back home and you're going to start swiping right for another team, and there's not going to be anybody left. Because, James, you're not the beard, you're not the system, you're the problem.
You know that PG, Russell Westbrook, and Harden, no trio on the same team has played more games and are devoid of a championship.
The Los Angeles Clippers, one of what we'd consider the banter teams of the NBA for the past few years. Blown 3-1 leads, failed super teams, and never reached the conference finals before 2021, all that good stuff. And they have been criticized to hell, man. Players, media, and fans have been talking smack about the Lakers' younger brother ever since I can remember. And this season has been no different. Players showboating, starting fights, flexing rings, and talking smack. Now though, and keep in mind that I do not like the Clippers either, they're looking real dangerous, man. I would go as far as to say that this is the scariest the Clippers have looked ever since they got Kawhi and Paul George. Hell, this is the most dangerous they've looked since the Lob City days. Now, of course, they have Kawhi and Paul George. They've added Westbrook last year, and then they traded for James Harden a few months ago, and a lot of people have been critical of the move. But after a rough start, they've been responding to all that smack talk with their game. And now, they're responding to all that talk by walking their walk. And Ant Edwards had to learn this the hard way. Because for some reason, he was recorded saying this to Kawhi a few weeks ago. Man forgot he wasn't playing Kermit Wills anymore, man. He just forgot to say, "That's tough," after. But Paul George, he wasn't gonna let that slide, and showed him that these old guys still got it.
And the lead now swells 77-69. George down the lane, hangs and hits.
Because not only did he drop Ant, he also dropped Monty Morris in the process. Truly one of the smoothest players in the game today. Credit to Ant and the Wolves though, because despite PG taking his ankles, they actually won that game, so kudos to him. We can't say the same for this next one though. Kelly Oubre's got a weird little rivalry against Paul George. I mean, one's a multiple-time All-Star, All-NBA, was third in MVP. The other guy reached the conference semifinals once and lost to Isaiah Thomas and Kelly Olynyk. Still, these two always go at it. And here, it's Kelly Oubre who gets his highlight against PG-13.
2-on-1. Paul George. Oh! Kelly Oubre!
Damn. Clean block. No contact. And he threw in his own version of a no, too. The game actually went to the wire, which is all credit to an Embiid-less Sixers. However, Kawhi Leonard would not only make sure that the Clippers pulled off this come-from-behind win, he also made sure that Oubre knew that he got his teammates back.
Oubre gets inside, layup comes up short, Leonard able to grab it. Harden looking into the hands of Leonard, kicks it out, Coffey, back up top Leonard, fakes the three, drives inside, layup, counted, and a foul! To inbound, looking, finds Oubre. Oubre off the bounce, drives inside, goes for the layup, and a wedgie! Batum tips it back to Hield. Hield throws it across on the drive inside, Oubre blocked!
Well, at least Kelly Oubre has the title of being the cutest player in the league. Speaking of which, he might not even have that anymore because of this next player. Luka Doncic is currently leading the league in scoring with 34 a game, to go with 9 rebounds and 9 assists. Which is crazy, by the way. He's averaging almost a 34-point triple-double for the season. More importantly, though, he's been known to go insane against the Clippers. Through 18 games against the Clips, he's averaged 37 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. He's always on demon time against the Clippers, man, and he makes damn well sure that they know it.
Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
Unfortunately for him, though, it hasn't always panned out well. And in this December 20 matchup, it was the Clippers who were dogging the Mavericks. In a pretty close game, Kawhi decided to show who he was. And who he is one of the most clutch players in NBA history.
1 point away from a triple-double, but
What he's thirsty for right now is a win. That's not going to help, though, to Leonard. Kawhi. Oh, they gave up the base.
And check out this sweet triple threat spin move into a Eurostep finish right in front of two defenders.
Outlets in case the double team comes.
Kawhi into the rim.
Dagger after dagger after dagger. And James Harden couldn't help himself. So, unlike when Ant Edwards talked trash, the Clips ended up winning 120-111, with Luka finishing with just 28 on just 9 of 25 shooting. Kawhi Leonard, though, just reminded him which one of them was a two-time champion and which one of them was the two-time Finals MVP. More importantly, he reminded Luka that he's down 7-11 in his career against the Clippers, and two of his playoff runs were ended by the Clippers in the first round 2 separate times. So maybe it would be good to beat the Clippers in the playoffs for a change before talking more trash. He's got the individual stats, but those aren't any good without team success, like how they did against a certain Draymond Green. He's also someone who ran his mouth against the Clippers. Hell, who's been running his mouth against the Clippers. Just last month, with Draymond talking trash to PG after a skirmish, Dre actually tried to stop a fight from breaking out, but he couldn't help but do this. Man actually flashed the 4 rings as if he was the Finals MVP for all those rings. Just kidding. Of course, he played his part in it, but this one isn't an isolated case either. This one was just a few months ago. Here, he inadvertently throws the ball at Westbrook's head. I'm actually surprised that Russ didn't square up to Draymond right then and there, which was a real smart move on his part. Unlike Draymond, who was suspended because of that, with that technically being his 16th of that season, and he even got into a spat against Mook Morris after that. Though that was Morris's fault, to be fair.
Again, let's see. A lot of these tussles start, a couple plays before. Yeah, that's a
quintessential Warriors basketball, isn't it? Steph shooting from 35 feet, Draymond fighting everyone else. And what happens? Lost despite a 50-piece from Steph. And the one just this February? Lost again with Steph dropping 41. Most importantly though, the Warriors right now sitting pretty at around the play-in spots. How the mighty have fallen. This should have been the time that Kevin Durant joined them, when they aren't that OP 2016 team. Speaking of which, I know they squashed their beef already, but KD and Russ have always been chippy with each other on the court. And KD, along with Nurk, got into it with Russ just a few months ago.
저희가 Suns for more information on how to enter.
All that just for the game to end up like this.
Bounce back win in which they shoot 62% from the field.
The game was finished before the fourth quarter was even done. Man, it's graceful. And I thought the Suns were supposed to be the favorites this year. The Clippers, though, the team that everyone was piling on at the start of the season, especially when they got Harden, well, 4th in the West, their highest seeding since 2020, and with all the momentum in the world. And this is where I want to just take a look at all the naysayers about the 2023-24 Los Angeles Clippers, man. Starting with my guy, Colin Cowherd.
James Harden, Clippers are 0-5. The chemistry, they're a bad fourth quarter team. The Clippers just got weirder. I went to the internet this morning. Everybody loves what the Clippers got. And they didn't give up Terrence Mann. All right, there's your mini win. But Westbrook, Kawhi, Harden, I look at this and I'm like, I think Steve Ballmer's opening an arena.
Here's what his buddy Nick Wright had to say.
Do I think this is going to work? No. Harden and Russ played together for 1 year in Houston post OKC, and they both enjoyed it so much, they both demanded trades after. It was like, that was so awful. We both got to get the hell out of here. I agree with you entirely that this is the Clippers continuing to just pretend like the championship window is wide open and mortgaging the entire future is baffling.
Here's Shannon Sharp.
So what's Kawhi supposed to do while that's going on? What's PG supposed to do while James Harden is being James Harden, getting comfortable? What's Russ supposed to do? Russ was playing outstanding. The team was playing really, really well. I just thought they added a piece they didn't need to add, and now it doesn't fit. Maybe in, say, 10, 20 games, Stephen A., they can figure this thing out, but right now it looks like a disaster.
Here's Zach Lowe on JJ Redick's podcast.
I'm out. I think I'm just out.
You're ridiculous.
They're never healthy. They're just never healthy. Why is this going to be the year where they're going to be healthy for a full playoff run?
And there's so much more of these, if I'm being honest. And everyone seemed correct at first, man, because the Harden era with the Clippers started horribly. 0-5 slate, with one of those games being a loss against the beat-up, bottom-of-the-barrel Memphis Grizzlies team. But I guess Kawhi and the guys took one look at all that and were like, because since then, they've looked like they figured it out, man. Like I said, the Clippers are looking hella dangerous right now. From a 3-7 start and the Harden trade looking like yet another mistake, they've just gone and improved to 42-25, just above Luka's Mavs, Draymond Green's Warriors. The team's looking as good as ever. PG, Kawhi, Westbrook, and Harden all knowing their roles. Kawhi and PG both all-stars. James Harden taking a backseat, but still putting up 17 and 8. Westbrook bringing that energy off the bench. And despite what people have said about the Harden trade, the Clippers are still pretty deep. Norm Powell's been great. Zubac's a consistent presence. Terrence Mann, Amir Coffey, Thies, Plumlee, Bones Highland. The Clippers are cooking. Yes, the Brooklyn trio was cooking too. The Embiid-Harden duo produced 54 wins and an MVP. The Harden-Westbrook 1.0 iteration was exciting and innovative. They all ended in heartbreak. But I'm just saying, the Clippers team faced its worst criticisms at the start of the season, man. But they've shown through the years that they have a knack of proving people wrong. Sometimes in a positive way. Sometimes in a Game 7 3-1 choke lead way. But this Clippers team has chemistry, experience, and a champion in Kawhi Leonard. So maybe, just maybe, on probably everyone's last chance at a championship, they finally showed everyone why you should not trash talk the Clippers.